I've not only been able to build $1 million business with my copywriting skill set, I've also been able to hit 6 figures per year as a freelance copywriter and teach other copywriters how to do the exact same thing whose interviews are on this very channel. And look, I am no good at any sports, I have no hobbies, and there's not really much that I do other than just focusing directly on copywriting and business. And that is why I'm so good at it. I have invested tens of thousands of dollars with the top copywriting and business coaches to bring you all the value I'm gonna give you in this video for absolutely free. And look, there is a reason why the free courses on this channel are the most popular copywriting videos on all of YouTube. And that is simply because what we teach works. So I've taken the liberty of curating all of my live copy review calls into this very video that you're watching right now, which will essentially give you all of the small, minute details that most copywriters get wrong when they're writing copy to sell for businesses. And with that being said, make sure you stick around to the very end of this video because I'm literally going to show you how you can get your copy reviewed by me and my 7-figure team for free. Yes, that's right. We are doing the uncanny, what nobody else out here is doing. We are mentoring you guys for free. And I'm going to talk more about that at the end of this video. So with all that being said, everybody, lock in, take some notes, and enjoy. As a side note, everybody, if you're somebody who wants a full-time income with copywriting as fast as possible, you're willing to follow very clear directions, and you're actually willing to put in the work to see results, then I'd like to give you an opportunity. I'm currently taking on students for my one-to-one mentorship program where me and my 7-figure copywriting team are going to help you get clients and get great at copywriting so you can become full-time and scale your income online. If that's anything that interests you, make sure you go down below and click the link in the description. I'm not going to talk about it too much here, but you can learn absolutely everything you need to learn down below in that link. So enjoy the video. Idea: there's no secret to becoming influential online, but what sets people apart from having 0 to 100K plus is their commitment. And here's what I've been noticing a lot, right? And I've come up with a name for it, with a word for it that I've never come up with before. So I feel like I'm going to share it with you now, and it's going to kind of pop into your guys' head maybe a little bit. I call it vanilla copywriting. So many people have extremely vanilla copywriting where they're like, well, what's wrong with it? It's like the idea is not quote unquote wrong. Like you're quote unquote giving value or telling people something that can help them. But the thing is that it's not sexy. There's nothing captivating of it. There's nothing that grabs me in. If I'm hanging out and someone asks me, do you want to watch a video and it's about, there's no secret to becoming influential online, but what sets everyone apart is their level of commitment and discipline. That is like the #1 most used angle in the world. So let's check it out. Let's see what he actually does with it. Goal is to get people to buy her Instagram system. Okay. The truth behind getting 100K plus followers, the boring process to gain 100K plus followers, but it's simple. Okay. Hey, first name. Let's be real for a second. There's no magic formula for skyrocketing your follower count overnight. But there's one thing that can absolutely get you to 100K plus followers. And believe it or not, you already have it. Whether you're sitting at 500, 1,000, or even 10,000 followers. I would say that these should be descending and ascending. Like if it would be like, yeah, you can get to 200 pounds, even if you are 400 pounds overweight or 300 pounds overweight or 250 pounds, right? So you should start with 10,000, 1,000, or even 50. So make this in order of descending. It's kind of like you can become a professional copywriter, even if you have no experience or 1 year of experience, or even if you have 2 years of experience. It's like those are already more believable as you go on, right? You want to do the most believable first and the least believable at the end. It's commitment. Yeah, this is definitely suffering from huge vanilla copy. And the reason why is for a few reasons. So to start off here, right? The magic, you can skyrocket your follower account overnight. There's one thing that can absolutely get you to 100K plus. And believe it or not, you already have it. And it's commitment. So many people are stopping reading right there. You're not even past your first couple lines, and 99% of your people gone. So why? There's two main ways to fix your, you basically intrigue. You committed intrigue homicide. This is intrigue homicide. So essentially, right, I'm wondering, what is it? And then you tell me it's commitment. Then you're like, So you go one of two ways here. You can, one, just not tell what the thing is and just insert a story, right? And at the end of the story, then you talk about what the actual thing is, what the value is, or you can do a a bizarre angle, right? Every angle should be new, fresh, and bizarre. So what if I said this? Guys, you hearing me? The key to gaining 100,000 followers is to not have commitment. Too many people have commitment, and that's why their Instagram accounts don't grow. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Tyson, I thought commitment was a good thing. I thought, in order to succeed, you have to commit and blah, 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 blah. And while that is true, you know what else is also true? Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. People commit to shitty strategies. Somebody asked me the other day, Tyson, I've posted 400 reels already and I still have 54 followers. What do I need to do? The last thing you need to do is keep posting 400 more reels. What you need to do is stop committing to your terrible strategy and figure something else out, because what you're doing ain't working. It comes to a point where you've done so many reps where you should sit there and think, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. So the next time you post on Instagram, the next time you feel like actually growing, question what you're committing to. Because so many people say, well, I only upload Instagram reels like this. I only upload content talking about this. Well, what if I told you there's a few ways that you could just tweak your content without even having to do any more work than you're already doing and get over 100,000 followers in the next few months? I know it sounds crazy, but it's the exact same thing I did. I kept posting about X, right? Every single one of my reels was the exact same. Why? Because I was trapped and blinded because one of my reels got viral and popped off. So now I inherently thought all of my reels had to be the exact same as that one reel that did really well. And you know where that led me? That led me to getting stuck. But you know what actually got me there? It wasn't that exact reel template. It was the fact that I started something new. I cut off my commitments and I tried something better. So then that's what I did. I did something different and incorporated something different into every one of my reels, seeing which ones would pop off, actually started testing things. Then I figured out my strategy and then my Instagram grew. Now look, everybody is at a different level of the game, right? We're all in different niches. We all make different types of videos. We all have different goals. So me giving you a one size fits all approach to this is not going to work. You need advice that's tailored to you. You need somebody to come into your business who's already done this before, and that's what I can help you with. I've worked with over 40 clients throughout 6 different niches, and I've been able to get them all over 100,000 followers. Now, I don't work with many people because I like to keep my track record good. So if you're somebody who wants their Instagram strategy figured out for them, click right here and apply, and we can work together, possibly. I freestyled the whole thing. So what do we learn there? I took the angle and I made it unique, right? A really, really easy way to do it is just use the anti-angle strategy. This is something I've never talked about. This is new sauce. Take what most people say and just anti-angle it, right? So you say right here, the secret is commitment. I anti-angled it so that I said, okay, well, the secret is not committing. You shouldn't commit. People are too committed. You can do this with anything, right? Copywriters have the skill of taking an angle and making it work, and no matter what it is. I think of things not like what kind of value can I provide people. I actually think of it backwards. I think, what's the most crazy angle I can go for? And then how do I justify that angle? So I started with, how can commitment be a bad thing? And don't worry, anything can always be a bad thing. Whatever you think is good. The discipline, hard work, being faithful, being positive, like all these things can be bad things. And all of bad things can be good things. You should be lazy. You should be confused. You should, you shouldn't put your best foot forward. I don't know. You could justify it in any way you want. But by coming up with an anti-angle, guess what happens? It's no longer vanilla copy. It's fresh. It's new. It's something I've never actually read before. Can't tell you how many times I've read about commitment and how commitment is so important. All right. Also, skyrocketing, avoid. Game changer, avoid. ChatGPT is detected. Not saying that they're like 100% off limits, but like you used 2 of them in the first few sentences. So now my radar is kind of, So it's showing up when others bow out. Even when the likes barely roll in on algorithm, seems like it's working against you. And most people give up before they even get close. They expect to blow up overnight, and when it doesn't happen, they think there's something wrong. But here's the deal. Those influencers you admire, they don't quit when no one is watching. Yeah. So also, I actually forget whose copy this is at this point, so I'm definitely not critiquing you. But this email is doing the opposite of basically everything you wanted to do. Discouraging. The thing when you're writing about any sort of opportunity or anything online, right, is that you want to tactfully sprinkle in some of the realisticness, right? So in this email, it suffers from 2 main things. 1, being extremely vanilla, and 2, being too quote unquote realistic and focusing on the downside of things and not really giving you any actionable information on how to do something exciting, right? So there's lots of emails that go off the PAS structure. The PAS structure is about bringing up a problem and then agitating it. right? Those are things that people don't necessarily want to hear. But the reason as to why you can tell them that is because you give them a more tangible, what's in it for me? You're explaining the problem so that they know that you have an idea of what they're going through. Then you agitate the problem so that you make them problem even more important to solve. But even from the very beginning, you let them know that you've solved this problem, right? So you do have a what's in it for me, one thing that can absolutely get you to 100K plus followers. But the problem is you really focus a lot on how hard it is, right? It's commitment, showing up when others bow out. It seems like the algorithm is against you. Most people give up before they even get close. They expect to blow up overnight, but that doesn't happen. But here's the real deal. Those influencers you admire, they don't quit when no one's watching. It's like, this is going to suck. You're going to be terrible. It's going to be super hard. And I do talk like this as well about copywriting, but the difference is that I always incorporate some excitement as well, right? Like, trust me, it's going to be extremely difficult. And one night you're going to go to sleep and wake up and one of your Instagram reels is going to be absolutely blowing up and going viral. Every time you refresh the page, that little orange block is going to show up on Instagram and you're going to get new comments and new likes and new followers every single time. And you're not going to even believe it. You're going to think that your Instagram feed is bugging somehow. You're going to have to turn the notifications off on your phone because your videos are just going so viral and your page is just starting to blow up. And then the crazy part is that you learn to do it again and again and again. And now look, this isn't something that just, happens haphazardly. You're going to have to work at it. But the trick is to always keep in mind that it is extremely worth it. See? So I told you it's not going to happen right away. I told you it's not 100% like just lollipops and rainbows, but when you do make it, it's going to be extremely exciting. And I do get deep into how exciting that's going to be. Does everybody get that? Let me just see the CTA. That's exactly why showing up consistently day after day. Yeah. So this isn't like real value, not real value, mostly pep talk. That's exactly why I built my Instagram system. Yeah. And because it's just basically pep talk and no actual strategy, it kind of just feels like the CTA is plopped in there to guide you through the exact same strategies that work. So you don't have to go through an endless cycle of trial and error. You don't have to pump out thousands of reels to watch them vanish into the void. With this system, you'll know exactly why your posts are working. Right. Okay. So yeah, you know exactly all the things I said. Mainly is that it's vanilla and that it's discouraging, and the value in it is like just essentially a pep talk. You should get more strategic with it. That's basically it. So you fix those big things, and then we can get focused on more of the smaller stuff, like what your lines look like, the flow, et cetera, et cetera. So like I told you, we're going deep on these. We're not holding anything back. Thank you. W's for our man, whoever sent this in. So angle, simplicity of website is better than adding in too many features. This is because it will cause too much friction for your audience to become a buyer. True. And you know what I see on TikTok a lot? I've been studying and researching TikTok a little bit to up my content game. But dudes are like, the video will start and it'll be like, imagine having a website like this. And then it goes through this super complicated website where as soon as you click on the page, it gives you this crazy animation. And then you're scrolling through and it gives you animations and stuff. They're like, dude, if you're not running a computer from like the last 2 years, you're in for a slideshow. All right, that thing's gonna be dropping frames. It's gonna be super laggy and difficult for people to run. It's gonna add a lot of friction. People are gonna get sensory overload. So I very much agree as well. Simple is way better than, especially beginners. Well, a part of beginner brain is like the more flashy and complicated something is, the more people will like it. When the opposite is basically true when it comes to beginner brain in most cases. What's in it for me? Informational value, that simplicity is key in a website. This website feature gets you 2K per month. Right. Hey, first name. Many of my students DM me on Instagram asking which website feature is the best to increase sales on my dropshipping store. And to tell you the truth, it's not the 10% off pop-up asking to sign into the email list, nor is it the spinning wheel where you have a chance to win $10 million. Eye roll emoji. Yeah, that shit is so fucking stupid. The best website feature, you messed rules of threes here. It's not this, and especially not something else. So add in another thing to make it rule of threes or delete one. That's fine too. So it's not the pop-ups. It's not the spinning wheel, and especially not, sensory overload animations that are going to give you epilepsy. The best website feature is having no feature. And before someone starts angrily emailing me about how their favorite online guru knows better, let me show you this. Yeah, this is good. This is a good email, actually. Good so far. I'm down. I mess with this. I do. Let me show you this. This is Airbnb back in 2008. Notice something? For me, it took me a solid 10 seconds to find where I'm supposed to click to find an accommodation, laughing emoji. In short, there's too much information. This is their website now. Good justification, man. Good justification. There's not really much else to say. I mean, this is just tactful. This is just tactful copy. I'm not sure where you got the inspiration or the example, but swiping it was definitely good. Definitely good. Take notes, people. Come on now. The layout is simple and it really takes one click for someone to book an accommodation. Why does this work? Because removing unnecessary information makes reading the website easier and more obvious where to buy the product. This is the same reason why I believe that website features will lower your sales. Lower your sales. It should just be a period. It causes too much friction, period. Removing websites is one way of reducing friction, but that's only one tip of the iceberg. I go over ways to reduce friction in my mentoring program. Yeah, CTA is messy. CTA got messy. You're doing well though. Nah. So we had a little stumble here, but we'll fix it. So essentially you say, this is just one way to reduce friction, but in my mentorship program, I go over all the ways to reduce friction. It's a little bit too heavy-handed. You can be more tactful with this. Removing website features is only one of the ways of reducing friction. That's only the tip of the iceberg. And over the years of building hundreds of Shopify stores and making millions of dollars online, I've distilled all of the friction factors that you need to delete in your website in order to make them simpler yet more converting. This 3-step system essentially works by making it as easy as possible to purchase products and getting rid of 99% of the junk that you think is working on your page, but actually isn't. If you're looking for a way to have a team of professional and proven Shopify store builders, whatever they're called, to build your store for you so that you can start making money with e-commerce, then click here to fill out my Google form. It takes less than 60 seconds to find out if you qualify. That's it, right? Now, it wasn't perfect, but it gives you more of an idea of how you want to go about it, right? I'm not quite yet sold on other ways to reduce friction. You just mentioned other ways to reduce friction and then shove the mentorship down there. So I would say make the transition smoother. That's basically it. Smoother transition. You need a smoother tranny, bro. Boom. All right, as I see it now, you only have 2 options. Okay, so you just crossroads close 2. Take this opportunity now and fill out the form. It doesn't take more than a minute. Or keep telling yourself now isn't the right timing and use that excuse every single time you're giving a life-changing opportunity. That works. I might even give another link here at the bottom for double CTA. But cool, man. That works. W's for our friend. Good job, brother. All right, email practice. The goal of the email is to get the reader to click on the link. I'll send them to the low to offer. Okay. People are self-sabotaging themselves. Self-sabotaging themselves. You mean self-sabotaging? How can you self-sabotage somebody else? I'm going to self-sabotage you, bro. And don't even realize it. Okay. Mind licking can save your life. Are you doing this too? Step out of the group. Today, I'll show you why you're not making any progress, even if you feel like you're working hard, and how to fix it in only 10 minutes a day. Okay. Look, I often see people who, after working for 1 to 2 hours, tend to take a 10-minute break because they feel like they earned it. But before they know it, that little break transforms into a 3-hour TikTok scrolling marathon, making them realize how unproductive they've been again. Honestly, I'd start it here. I would start it right here, right? This is what's in it for me. So I would take this, I would cut it, and I would put it right here or somewhere around here. And I'd be like, well, don't worry, I have the solution if this is you. Because the reason why I would rather you start with a problem here is because you want to relate to them in this context off the bat, right? So are you someone or have you ever done this? You work for 1 to 2 hours, take a 10-minute break that turns into a 3-hour TikTok scrolling marathon? I know because pretty much everybody does it. And I used to do it until I realized this one thing that I'm about to share with you. And then you go deeper into the agitate or et cetera, et cetera. That little break transforms, okay, all right, But when they return to finish the work they began, it feels like their mind's playing tricks on them. Their brains flicker like a faulty light bulb that is focused on 1 minute, completely off the next. And because of that, they leave the unfinished work behind and tell themselves, I'll get it done tomorrow with a refreshed mind. But the next day, the same thing happens. And they fall into a negative feedback loop of self-sabotaging they can't escape. But here's the weird part. It's not even their fault. They want to break free from the vicious cycle, but have no idea how. It's pretty good so far. That's why I created the mind linking method, a strategy that has helped over 1,000 men go from gold medalist procrastinators to disciplined individuals that put their 100% focus into everything they do. If you want to be a part of them, click here. Tell me how and not why, or not what. Sorry. Tell me what and not how here, right? So the mind linking method works by linking your mind to your worst undesired outcomes and understanding that if you don't do your work right now, then those desired outcomes become a reality. But it's not that simple. There's a proven process to do this in a way that's healthy for you, only takes 10 minutes a day, and can get rid of your procrastination forever. If you want to learn the mind linking method and exactly how it works, then click here and I'll show you in this quick 5-minute video. Boom. So everything's pretty decent there, except for your intro. I told you how to fix that. And your CTA, I told you how to fix that as well, right? You're not giving any what in there. It's like, you guys want to learn how to get clients? Use my uni outreach formula. It's uni outreach. If you want to know what it is, click here. No. It works by picking one prospect, and you don't stop outreaching to that one prospect until they become your client. Now, this is a fake, unique mechanism, but you get the point, right? If you want to know exactly how to do this, by only working 10 minutes a day and actually getting 3K per month copywriting clients, outreaching to just one client, then click here to see more about how it works. Quick 10-minute video, and it's a VSL. Fire, right? Fire, if I do say so myself. So you want to tell them what, but not how in here. Pretty basic marketing. You've probably heard that before, but there you go. Tyson, check the second email below. Number 1 story email, cold audience. Boom. All right. So people want to get rich with YouTube videos without realizing that there's not enough information that can actually make them money. This is what I realized when I needed to find a mentor to guide me through the journey. Okay. How I made my first 31K in just a couple of months. I make this more tangible. You already have so much skepticism around the internet. I once said on one of my my YouTube videos, like, I have like 4 or 5 income streams. Like, he said he has 4 or 5 income streams. He doesn't even know how many income streams he has. This is bullshit. It's like, well, what would you consider an income stream? That's why I say 4 or 5. Let's say I invested in cryptocurrency and I'm currently up $100,000 in unrealized gains. Is that income? Kind of. If I take it out, it's income. If I leave it in and let it grow, it's income. If it goes down a little bit, but it's still $10,000 up from where I invested it, it's still income. So is that a stream of income? Kind of. Maybe that's why it's 4 or 5. Or YouTube pays me like anywhere from $4,000 to like $8,000 some months for views. Is that income? It's like not a huge portion some months, but I venture out to say it's probably income. Let's say I have 2 different programs, right? Is that 2 income streams or is that 1 income stream because it's the same coaching business? You see what I mean? So it's legitimate ambiguity, but just be tangible with people because it will make you sound more believable and it's just better, right? Ultra specificity is a technique in copywriting that you should use. So small lesson right there. All right, let's keep going. YouTube videos won't make you rich. Here's why. I made $31K in 62 days. Okay, you did put, what is this then? Oh, it's the what's in for me. Okay. Hey, first name. Today I wanted to share with you this one lesson which could double your progress before making 7-figure e-com business. Which could double my progress before making a 7-figure. Yeah, that's word soup right there, if I've ever seen it. What? Looking back, when I first started my e-com business, I didn't know where exactly I needed to start. I had zero idea which winning product I needed to sell, and Facebook and Google ads felt like a foreign language to me. Longest sentence of 2024. Looking back, when I first started my e-commerce business, I didn't know where exactly I needed to start. Period. I see you guys do this a lot, and I get it, right? You've probably never written in copy format before, but it's definitely worth learning. Yeah, I see that very often. I had zero ideas which winning products I needed to sell. And yeah, okay, so here's another one, right? I feel like I go through this every single call, so I'm gonna go over it quickly, but this sounds like the end of a sentence, but it's one sentence broken up into 2 lines. So what you can do so that it flows better, because I'm gonna read it like I had zero idea which winning ad I needed to sell. And Facebook, Google ads felt like a foreign language to me. So see how it just feels like it stops and it starts and this is confusing to read? What I would do is right here, instead of I had. Not only did I have zero idea which product I needed to sell, Facebook and Google ads also felt like a foreign language to me. That way it flows because there's a second thing coming up. This is copy format. We must learn this. But even with zero experience, I was determined to make it work. What? Make what work? What's it? Whenever you say it, you have to be super careful. I decided to watch YouTube videos on how to start an e-commerce business so I can make my first money with it. Make your first money. Start making money. I'm getting English not your first language vibes, which is fine, but I shouldn't be able to tell that through your copy. If English isn't your first language, you can still become a copywriter, but you need to work harder. You need to work hard at mastering your English writing as well. Yeah. Just like if you're Steph Curry and you're only 6'2", but you want to be an NBA All-Star, you don't have to work on that shot. He has a true disadvantage, but he still worked hard regardless and became one of the best NBA players and changed the whole game. Watching hundreds, if not thousands of videos on how to start an e-commerce business, but I didn't see any results. I'd waste time either watching YouTube videos on how to sell shitty products from China and having a terrible reputation, or trying to piece together random advice from videos, but ended up overwhelming and confused with no clear strategy to follow. And after trying out so many different strategies, which all failed, my friends were telling me, e-commerce is a scam, bro. Just find a good job, bro. But even though I was seeing no results with e-com, I was ready to work my entire life. I wasn't ready to work just to become an average person who wasn't able to bro. You're already so far. This is the longest story of my life. This feels like it's taking 5 business days to read. So here's the thing, right? You can have long emails, but they shouldn't feel long. This email is not even really that long, but it feels really long because you're going on and on and on and on and on. And you're not actually giving me anything. You're basically saying, okay, good. You decided to watch YouTube videos. It didn't work very well because you would be wasting all your time watching YouTube videos. Your friends told you it was just a scam, but you didn't want to work your entire life. Okay. I decided to work with a professional in e-commerce instead of wasting months or even years. If I didn't, I'd been trying to fit randomly lifting weights into the gym without having guidance in each step. After 3 months of patiently, I finally got 31K. All thanks to my mentor. To make things results after taking his methods, I launched a course on how you can do the same. My genuine advice to you, my friend, is to write for people who have really good business opportunity marketing. Because if you just look at especially dropshippers, like their marketing is disgusting. Like this gives me the ick because, bro, I got this mentor. It was awesome. And after taking all of his methods on how to make 10K plus in just a couple months, I launched the course on how you can do the same. Click here to buy my course. Like buy my course is a meme. Those words should never be unironically uttered by somebody online ever. And I get it if you guys don't know that yet. But after spending the last 2-ish years in the business opportunity space and like multiple different parts of the biz op space, I've written for clients who are in real estate, who are in online coaching, who are online marketers, and doing other business opportunity stuff, and credit repair as well, which is also a really, drop shipping and credit repair are like the scummiest of them all. Not really that sure why. I guess I do know why, because drop shipping seems really easy. It's really easy to make it look like it's just a money glitch. But here's the thing, man. I launched a course on how you can do the same. But what actually is it? What did you actually learn? What's the actual value you're getting from this? So here's how I would reward it, right? Actually, no, honestly, the whole angle is kind of off. Because you're basically saying, bro, information can never make you money. You need a mentor. By the way, I have a YouTube video that you should check out, right? Like imagine if I came on here right now and I was like, guys, everybody inside the 40 Academy, you guys have access to all the videos you could ever want. But guess what? Videos ain't gonna get you there. You know that whole huge YouTube channel that I have with hundreds of videos and hundreds of hours of content and an 8-hour free copywriting course? Yeah, that's not gonna get you anywhere. You're never gonna make any money. You have to get into 40 CI with me and be one of my mentorship students. Otherwise, you're doomed. You're cooked, bro. And also, that's just not even true. It's all just levels of support, right? Your marketing shouldn't feel like marketing. You shouldn't make somebody want to buy, or you shouldn't feel like you're selling. You're just teaching people, right? And here's the genuine truth, and here's what I'd even say in my marketing is this. It's all levels of support. If you want to do nothing but watch YouTube videos and try to make it with copywriting like that, absolutely you can. People have done it. It's going to take you the longest, and it's going to be the hardest compared to getting support from people who have already been there before. because you are watching the videos and you do have value. But let's say you get the next level up of support. You get the 40 Academy. Now you have even better videos. You have more structured learning phase, and you get people like Tyson 4D himself and all of his coaches and all of his best past students to review your copy. You also get a community. You also get new and updated content all the time that nobody else gets access to. All of that for a very low price considering what everyone else is charging, right? So you're getting more than your value's worth. Everyone here can agree that. I hear it all the time. Every single day I check my email and somebody say, dude, I'm like on day 3 of the Academy or day 3 of the 40 Academy or 90-day Academy. And it's just blowing me away. Like, it's just nuts. People tell me, comment on my stuff on YouTube, bro, this is better than even the paid stuff. And it is, like the other people's paid stuff. And then at the tippy top, you have mentorship, right? Mentorship is just going to be the fastest way. It's not for everybody because a lot of people, whatever, can't pull it off. But if you can, and you're actually serious about it, then you should. And that's basically it. It's like the angle should never, because that's just a lie, right? And it's like, you might not think of it that way, but it's probably something subconscious that you don't even realize you're saying. But if you're going to tell people, bro, YouTube is useless and my mentor is the only reason why I was able to make this much money and I launched a course on how you can do the same. To me, that sounds like I paid for mentorship and mentorship really helped me. Now I'm going to give you a course, which isn't mentorship, which is basically a YouTube video. You're basically saying videos don't work. I just launched a video course. Go get it. So, yeah, I think you should go with a different angle. And if you're going to do a story email, I'll put it like this. Practice a story email about a specific event that led you to a strategic lesson. And I'll give you guys an example. I was outreaching to people way back in the day. All right. Most of you guys, young cats, didn't even hear about what copywriting even was. I'm talking about like 2 years ago. And I was, of course, doing what the professors taught me to do in the course I was in. I was in a course that was created by some bald kickboxer, right? No names here. But I was in this course. And inside the course, they were telling us, well, you need to open with a compliment and then give them a pitch. Open with a compliment and then give them a pitch. And so I tried this. Right. So I started complimenting people. Hey, bro, love the page. I love how you did this other thing over here. By the way, I'm a copywriter. I can write you some awesome stuff. I made you 3 emails. Would you like to see them? Right. That's what I did. Come to find out that people hated it because everybody was doing the exact same thing. It was also really scummy because you're complimenting them and pitching them in the very first email or message. And it never worked for anybody. So I went to the drawing board. I asked myself, okay, why aren't these compliments working? 1, they're scummy because you're pitching them in the same sentence. And 2, because everybody's doing them. So what did I do? Well, 1, I complimented them and then I left it alone. So if they replied, I wouldn't pitch to them right away. I would actually leave it alone for 3 days. And I realized that this worked a lot better before I actually went into my pitch. Now people were replying to me, so I knew that they were there. Right? I knew that someone's home when I'm outreaching to them. And I also don't kill the interaction. Because you pitching to somebody, first message always kills the interaction because it looks like you're just copy and pasting, which you literally are. So just by changing up this one piece of outreach, I was able to get my very first client. And here's the lesson is that you'll start outreaching and you'll start to notice problems. I'm not getting replied to that much. When I send my free value, people ghost me. When I ask for people to get on the call, they give me an excuse or they say they already have somebody. And really think it through. And this is how you come to find breakthroughs. I was only 2 or 3 breakthroughs away from when I started and had 0 results to me closing a sales call every single week. And a lot of people come to me talking about these outreach methods don't work. Tyson, I've been sending a video intro DM and I haven't been getting anything back. That's not even the question. You're focused on the wrong thing. It's not the video intro DM. It's what are you saying in the video intro DM? What's the sequence look like? How are you saying it? These are all highly important things. So right there, I just gave you a story on exactly how I found a strategic lesson that I gave to people that's going to help them. I could easily tie that into some sort of mentorship program or whatever at the end, but you're starting to see the marketing mind working here, all right? The story isn't just like, yeah, I was trying these YouTube videos and I found out that a mentor really helps. So you should watch my video. It's a paid course video. Click down below. Business opportunity is difficult to write for anyways. So hopefully that gave you guys some insight. W's for our friend. Make sure you give him some W's. All right. Warm up email. Angle. Not focusing on the customers is costing you $10K per month in profit. Forget about running ads and create offers that are compelling. You will know the exact way to boost your revenue. Your business is shutting down. Okay. First name. There are many e-commerce businessmen that are killing their brand by simply making a mistake, which I too was victim of. Yeah, that's not how you start a sentence. Flow is way off. I don't want you to end up wasting thousands and go back to working a 9 to 5. Fixing this one mistake can triple your revenue. I always thought that it was not necessary, but I regret my life choices now that I know. After implementing it, what is it? This one's rough, my friend. This one is rough. You got some work to do, my friend. I quadrupled my client's business revenue. This is like a lot of claim. This is huge claim game. So you're going to end up wasting thousands. You're going to go back to your 9 to 5. This can triple your revenue. I always thought this was unnecessary, but I regret the life choices that I know now. After implementing it, I quadrupled my clients, and it solved world hunger, and it caused world peace. And now there's a ceasefire in Gaza. And it's honestly just helped the whole world in every single way you could imagine. It's not running ad campaigns. They would be useless without adding this feature, especially not finding a great product. Especially not finding a great product, because that won't even create a percentage of a difference. I'm scared that the FBI will break into my house after I give you this insane amount of value. Yeah. It is none other than coming up with a great offer. Closed loop. All right. So you have some work to do. All these lines, super long, all super long lines. You need to break some stuff up so that it's easier to read. Like look at this. This is basically a big brick wall text. It's not running out of campaigns. It'd be useless without this feature. Not looking for great products, because that won't even make a difference. So you only did 2 not statements here. Only 2 not statements. Rule of 3s. If you're going to list things off, you want to have 3 of them. There are so many e-com businessmen that are killing their brand by simply making this one mistake that I too was victim of. You can find a great product or even record an engaging ad, but all is useless if the offer is awful. All right. What I'm going to do for you guys now is I'm actually going to bring up another email that is about the exact same thing, but it's from Dan Kennedy. I think it's literally just open on my thing right now. Yeah, it is. Right here. Okay, yeah, watch this. So this is similar to the email that we're looking at angle-wise, but execution is much better. So how to make offers so irresistible your customers can't say no. Most businesses fail because of bland, uninspiring offers than bad products, poor service. Too many rely on generic calls to action like call us today or visit our website, and then wonder why no one bites. Here's the harsh truth. If your offer isn't irresistible, it's irrelevant. Boom, that's the lesson. So ignore that there are big blocks of paragraph text here. That's just how he writes his. It's kind of to taste. We write ours like most modern copy is written. But take note of how this reads. He's not belaboring the point like crazy, talking about triple your revenue and this could save hungry kids in Africa, and if I didn't do this, I would have quadrupled my revenue and all the rest, right? He just gets right into it. Most businesses fail because of bland, uninspiring offers than due to bad products or poor service. Too many rely on generic calls to action like call us today or visit our website and wonder why no one bites. Here's the harsh truth. If your offer isn't irresistible, it's irrelevant. Boom. Quotable. One line, punch you in the face. It's not enough to talk about the features of your product. You need to talk about the relevance and the value. That's the key to creating offers that grab attention, generate excitement, and ultimately drive sales. Let's start with relevance. Too many business owners focus on their product first. They think, I've got all these thermoses, how do I sell them? But the truth is, you should never start with the product. You start with the customer. Who's most likely to buy your thermos? What are their desires, their needs, their pain points? Are they rugged, outdoorsy type who spends months on the beach? Or are they like me, someone who thinks roughing it means staying at the Hilton? I'm not gonna read on, but you get the point. This is Dan Kennedy's email list if you wanna get on it. I was literally going through my swipe file today. So I came across this one, got reminded of it, that I would show it to you guys. Take notes on how it's executed versus the other one we read. So everyone, I hope you enjoy. There's two main things that I need to tell you now. So if you haven't already started or finished the 8-hour free copywriting course on this channel, what on earth are you doing, okay? Right there, you're going to learn everything you need to know about copywriting in order to become successful. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, we are actually reviewing your guys' copy for absolutely free. All you have to do is download the free copy starter kit. You will get a bunch of links on the free communities as well. So inside the free Discord community, we're going to be going live every single week where me and my team will be reviewing your guys' copy again for absolutely free. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. And like I said, go watch the other videos that are on screen now. That's it for today. And of course, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.